And like,
my car's not even low right now, so I'm not even planning to go low. I'm just planning to go fast now.
Oh Jesus!
So
what is the one advice you would give single women out there looking for a man?
There's not really girls looking for a man actively.
What do you
would
mean?
you say that?
What you mean, like
girls are looking for someone.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I'm talking about like my generation.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like your generation is looking for people who are trying to like settle down?
They are, but at the same time, they're trying to fuck over people. There's a lot of fucked up people in this world, bro, and a lot of people just love to take advantage of people. And I don't know.
Somebody waved at us. Hi. I can't see, John. I can't see who waved.
Christina Janae, who was that? Elon's sister?
Oh no, hi Crystal.
Her name Crystal. Girl. Crystal Light.
Oh my God, stop saying that. Anyway.
Why you said it like
I can't, I don't know, because John's always saying dumb shit. But like, yes. So you don't feel like our generation, well, not...
It is our
Are we in the same generation?
Yes. Let me break it down.
Are we in the same generation?
Let me break it down. Let me break it down. I've been doing a lot of research. Oof. So from kids, they say people from 1980 and 2001 are millennials, right? Mm-hmm. But then I went back to another study that say from 1980 to probably 95. It's the millennials, and then from like 96 on down, it's like a whole nother like generation. But I believe from 1980 to 2001, because like 20, you gotta have like 20 years.
Yeah,
you feel me? So it's like that's why like people like J. Cole, I consider him a middle age, millennial. Like T.I., he's like the elder, Nick Cannon, those like the old heads of our generation, but.
So you're trying to say Carlos is more at the beginning end of our generation.
He like the baby
of our generation.
But I'm 95, so I'm right there.
Yeah, he's like in the
cusp.
Like we in the middle. We all.
So
in the middle.
Do you feel like? Well, how old are we? We're 27. So do you feel like
you 27?
I'm 26. Anyway,
I'll be 27 in a few months.
Do you feel like people from like 25 and under, they're not looking for serious relationships? They're looking for more like. Can we have a little bit of fun and then they want to settle down?
I would say, bro.
Not even 25.
Not even
30 or nothing. Because think about it like...
Why do you think that? Why is it that people are getting married and settling down older now? Because there are a lot of people who are getting married in their 30s.
Yeah.
Because they are afraid. Or they just like like Richard, he want to wait till like 30, 35. And like... I guess it depends on how you was raised and like the environment, like.
What about you, Carlos?
And also the experiences that you go through trying to find that person,
Yeah, because.
What about you, Carlos?
If you didn't work, I probably would have been single till I was about 40.
Whatever.
I'm locked down. That
was a high roll.
I'm locked down. The rain get heavier by the day.
Carlos, what about you? When do you see? Like, when would you like to settle down? Because I know John was like when we first met. He was like, I want to settle down and have my first kid before I'm 30.
I always had that, dude. I always had that.
So, like, when do you want to be settled down?
Sure, I'm at least trying to have a house by, like, 26.
That's the goal. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like, I'm at least trying to have a house by 26. Hopefully before that.
Right.
But, like, settle down with, like, a girl, I don't know. Who knows? Like, that girl might come out of nowhere, but I don't know where she at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to put a time frame on that because it might happen now. It might happen in 5 years, like,
Mm-hmm.
That's what I be trying to tell, like, these people, like, you can't really put a true time, when you meet that person. It'd be like, I got my best friend saying he want to wait till he's 34. I'm like, nigga, you may find somebody get married at 29 to 30.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter, bro. Like that shit doesn't have a time frame. It just happens when it happens.
And I think that's what it is with our generation. Like, I feel like our generation is like, we know it as the most social people in all generations, but it's just like, somehow, some way, we afraid because majority of us, grew up in single parent homes.
Yeah.
So, but for me, I find that as more as a motivation. So when I do find that person, like, I'm gonna lock her down, and I did that.
Yeah. Well, it's also messing it up is social media, bro.
Social media too, yeah.
Even Jake, there's a song on KOD about it. I mean, not KOD on. Oh yeah, it is called KOD. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That whole song is literally about how
that's my favorite song.
That is our favorite song.
It's literally about how the social media is just messing up like everyone's love life, basically. I guess that's how you can say it. How everyone's just trying to take a shot through a DM, and was that taking a shot? There's a difference between taking a shot in a DM and in person.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
and also too with social media, a lot of people look at they former peers or like people they went to high school with, and they seeing them now like, oh, they are lawyers, they doctors, they got married, they got kids, and some people, they can't take that. So that's why, like, for me, I have social media for family and for my businesses. Yeah. So it's like I don't be on it all day. Like, some people be on that shit all day. Like, I'm talking about like.
But we've talked about that before, where it's like, as like for Carlos, it's different because Carlos, that's just how Carlos is, and he doesn't do it on all social media.
Snapchat to me is not.
That's what I was gonna say.
Different though.
He doesn't do it on all social media platforms. He does it on Snapchat.
He's creative.
And he does it.
That's really what I use it for.
He does it as a creative outlet, which I think is funny because a lot of the people who actually watch Carlos are watching Carlos to like laugh. But for some of us, like you and me, we don't post. If we post something, we post something that has to do with like, oh, we got into school or. A throwback picture, or like this is our family, or we're traveling somewhere, or this is like Talia. If we have a picture of Talia, or we have that, and then we put it on Instagram, but we don't ever put like pictures of our relationship or like what we're doing. And if we do, it's not a constant thing. Yeah. And I think that's why our relationship has been the way it's been, because we don't rely on what social media says or like what people are saying on social media to like solidify our relationship or justify our relationship. And I think that's a great point that both of you bring up, is the idea of like how social media is really affecting our relationships.
It's just, I don't know, man. I just feel like social media, it became a plus, but then
people are abusing it.
Yeah, people abusing it. Like, you have people nowadays, it's like, I was talking to my best friend yesterday, and shout out to Richard. He need to be on the podcast too one day.
Oh my God, if we bring Richard on here.
And now we was talking.
You would like Richard.
I don't know. I don't know how we talked about it, but we were talking about porn stars, strippers, on how like I was like I can't really judge somebody. Like, I'll talk about Cardi B and I talk about Mia Khalifa. See, Cardi B was a stripper, cool.
I hate Mia Khalifa,
but she became a superstar, and it's like I feel like that's why a lot of people gravitate to her, because she knew where she came from.
Yeah,
and she's not gonna be ashamed. I feel like she'll be the mother that will tell her kids that I should strip.
I mean, that's actually an accomplishment. Like, to be that low and then to make it to where she's at now. You feel me?
And then you got Mia Khalifa retired. She like 26, 27, and she got like businesses and stuff, but she don't do porn no more.
Yeah. But then the stigma that comes with it, like, the stigma that comes with being a stripper or a porn star kind of like also debilitates your accomplishments. Or maybe it's just me, but I just feel like a lot of the times.
Yeah, but you're talking famous people right now. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
strippers are in place like everywhere. Last night I met a stripper. But
even like, it's not even just about famous people. It's even like, all right, like if I had a homeboy, a homegirl that did flicks or was stripping for a while, but then I see them use that money. They stopped doing it, but they use that money and develop other businesses. I gotta respect that.
Yeah,
it's not like they. Like, I always felt like certain stuff, you gotta have a time limit. Like, I compare that industry to like football, basketball. Like you
Cardi
can't be
B
30.
said
You can't
that.
be 35 and still stripping. And,
Cardi B said that. She said that
sure.
the girls that were in the strip club when she first started was like, don't make this your life.
Yeah.
You gotta grow.
You have to
Yeah.
grow from here. Like you can't be here 20 years from now still doing the same shit. Like you're not gonna succeed in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that just waste their life like that, bro. Like just staying somewhere for so long, like doing it in the same routine
Yeah.
for so long. Like I know this guy that I was working with at Red Case when I first got there. This guy has been working as like receiving parts in body shop for 10 years, and he's had his CDL the whole entire time.
Why he didn't take advantage of it?
He's had it for 10 years, and then he just randomly left to like Kentucky or some shit and started driving now. When he could have done that years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Like,
Do you feel that could be the same thing because that to me sounds like him being afraid to do it and then finally, getting fed up and just doing it. Do you feel like that would be the same thing when it comes to like relationships that are toxic for you that you kind of just stay in?
Yeah, because you get comfortable.
yeah, because we actually talked about that too. About this nigga need to come on the damn show.
Richard?
Yeah, but we was talking about how like our past relationships, like how before I met you, like how you said you was in a toxic relationship and I was too, and me and him, we was like the same. Like it was like we was the type of people that are like we didn't know how to let loose. Like we'll just let them do it, and then they did it, and then like I remember 2 days later, I was already talking to other girls because I was already moved on from the relationship. Mm-hmm. But parts of me was like, let me stay here and see if it changed and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But then I was also young and stuff and all that too. But it was just like I don't know, like it was. He need to come on the show.
What do you think, Carlos? What about you, Carlos?
What about me? What?
About the question, because John answered it. You have anything to add on to what he was saying? About the whole, like, staying in toxic relationships.
Oh, yeah. I was in a toxic relationship for, like, a year.
And what happened?
It was really bad. I just fell in love with this girl with curls and a fat ass. She was Dominican and Cuban and really crazy. And a lot of crazy shit happened within that time frame of my life. And I learned so much from it. And now she's pregnant. And her life is like fucking falling down now, and I'm just trying to fucking live my life. You feel me? Like live the best day ever, every day.
Yeah.
Like that's what I use Snap for. Like every day, I just try to make my Snap better every day. You feel me?
And you can make a living off of that. That like
I know. People been telling me.
I'm like, yo, Carlos could start a YouTube like with all of the shit that he does on Instagram. Mm-hmm. On Snapchat, like he could really start a YouTube and really do well. What kept you in that toxic relationship, Carlos?
I don't know.
It was
honestly.
a pussy, huh? What? If people got different reasons. Could be the pussy, could be the conversation.
It really was. I don't know what it was, man. That girl just she had me in a chokehold, bro. Like
she put some bad juju on him.
Like, I was, like, so in love with this girl at one point, like, I didn't know what the fuck to do, bro. And she just treated me like shit, like, 24/7, I don't know.
What made you finally be like, alright, bitch, that's it, I'm done, fuck it. Like, I'm over it. Like, I'm out.
Funny as shit.
Like, I'm out.
Like, she cheated on me.
She cheated on you?
Yeah.
Like, how many times? Once?
Raise your hand if you have not been cheated on.
I have been cheated on.
We all been cheated on. It's part of life. I think that I think you have to be cheated on once in your life. At least once.
Yeah.
Am I wrong for thinking that? I just feel like
no,
we can get.
That's the first time I ever got cheated on. And she cheated on me with my cousin.
What?
Yeah.
How many times did she cheat on you though?
Probably twice.
With your cousin?
Yeah.
Do we know him?
No. Oh. My cousin from New York. From my dad's side.
That's that New York shit.
Wait, so
that's that exactly. That's
how
that New York shit.
How did that even happen?
He moved down here. He was here for 2 months. And then someone told me, somebody sent me screenshots of her bitching at him for him nutting inside her.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Somebody was what now?
She sent screenshots to her friend.
Uh-huh.
of her bitching him out, talking about, oh, you nutted at me and all this shit. Like,
and you seen it?
Yeah.
How did you react to that? Like, you started crying?
Wait, who sent it to you?
I didn't cry. Like, I was just like really fucking hurt, bro. And like, I just wanted to tell this girl.